Right guys, heading down the beach today, out for an early morning trip this morning. Going to be targeting some thick-lip mullet from the beach, out wading this morning. I've got some bread with me, so I thought I'd come out and give it a go. I was down here the other day testing out a new setup that I've got to target mullet on the fly, and there was plenty of fish here, but they just weren't really interested in the fly, so I thought I'm going to come down and try it on bread. There's a lot of weed out on the beach this morning. You might be able to see that. All this green stuff here, guys. Seems to be a little bit more clear this side of the bay. The other side of the bay, it's like a carpet when you're walking down the beach, unfortunately, but there is some good fish there. It's just, do you want to sit and fish through this green stuff? I'm not particularly keen, but I know there's going to be fish around here, so hopefully the weed doesn't cause too much of a drama today, hence why I'm using the float. The setup I've got with me today then, guys, it's just a 12-foot barbel rod. I think I've got a little 3000 or 4000 size reel. Yeah, 3000 pen battle on there. That's just got 12-pound mono on it, and it goes up to little crystal float. What I'm going to do is just wade out slightly, not too deep, just past the knees, throw some bread out, and then bait the float up. I want to see if I can get any feeding on like floating bread, or see if I can get a few swells where they're feeding underneath the float or in an area, and I can put the float out there. Crumbling bits, and these floating bits, there'll be bits that come off it, and it's going in the right direction as well. I want it to go out. The last thing I want though is too many seagulls, so I'm trying to do it fairly stealthily. Just getting a handful of this crust. Guys, just in front of me there, see him swirling around, just there. A couple of fish on that bread already, literally 30 seconds in. It's a small bit of bread flake, guys, as per usual. See how we get on with that first cast sort of jobby. Yeah, they're on the bread. I just reeled it in and felt one tug on the bread. Oh, damn it. Well, we just missed that one, guys. I'm going to do a quick battery change and come back out. Only had to change batteries this once. One of my heads just ran out. So what I'm going to do is, as I'm walking in, just put a little bit of floating bread. I might, if I change the rig up a bit, I might put a slightly longer trace on. No, I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm just going to bread them up. I think. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. Just bread up on the way in, guys. Just lost that one. I hope I got that on camera. It weren't a big fish, probably about £2. 1-2 pound between there. I'm just going to walk through the shoal. They don't care that I'm here really. They're literally at the rod tip. I'm just going to bread up a bit as I walk in, so I can get my battery pack out, do a quick GoPro battery change on both the cameras, and yeah, hopefully actually managed to hook one properly. But that was on for a split second and then he jumped straight out of the water and spat the hook. They're not huge fish here, so I probably could do with scaling down the hook a bit, but I think maybe he was just shaking his head quite a bit, that one. There might be some slightly bigger fish a bit closer in. They might have bypassed me and just swam in, because there were a few there before, but it seems like mostly smaller ones there now. But there's quite a few fish here, so like I say, just going to go in, change battery on the camera and get back out there again. But just breading up a little bit as I go in, just leaving a trail. They'll probably get a bit more confident when I'm not there. Yeah, look, they're following me, guys. Look, you might see them, they're literally following this trail in. Not sure if you can see, look, he is literally following me, this fish, look. So I'm just going to keep this trail. A couple in front as well. Might even be able to bring him in to the shallows a bit more. Might be some more competition from some bigger fish. I can get a few more coming in. Like I say, he is literally following me in. I'm like the bread basket. He's not there now. Oh yeah, he's still coming. See it? It's not a bad fish actually. Might have a crack at that really quick. Not massive, but let's try it. Slightly bigger swells out there now, guys. Oh yes, there we go, we're in, guys. Not big, I don't think. Didn't even realise he was on. I was just walking back. What I did there for that one, guys, is I just put a little bit of the white bread. I didn't touch any crust on that one. Ooh. He's going. Not a small one, but he's not massive. Probably just going to try and unhook him when he's ready to come in. But all I did for this one, guys, was I got the bread, and rather than using the crust, I just used the bit in the middle, the white bit, and I just folded it over the hook, but I didn't squish it down too much to make it sink. So it sort of just suspended, I guess, and just sunk with the mono. Not too bad actually. I think it's just shallow water. He's knee deeper water. Might be half decent actually, this one. There was a couple of slightly better fish in the shoal. Going all right actually, this one. I don't know how big it is. It didn't look very big. It doesn't feel small though. Well, it looked about £1, £2 before when I hooked it, but It doesn't feel that bad. Could be a surprise fish, this one, guys. Just gonna take my time. If it comes off, it comes off. It's only for a laugh this session, but I didn't bring a net with me just because usually there's a lot of weed around and it gets all caught up in the net and that when I've just got it hanging over my shoulder. I just want to see how big you are, mate. Come on. Oh, he does not want to come in, this one. Ah, he's not big. He's just going for it, that's all. Here he comes. Well, he's not bad. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Come here, mate. I'll get you unhooked. There we go. It's a nice one there, guys. Try and get a better grip on him. I'll get a quick photo. He might flap out my hands, but there we go, guys. Wading for mullet. And that's a nice little thick lip, that. Wasn't even doing anything then. The boat just shot up. So. Anyway, guys, there we go. Nice little thick lip. Probably about £2. A little bit more, maybe 2.5 of that, but let's get him back. Hey, off you go, mate. Go on. There we go. Right, guys, back out to do a little bit more wading today. Gonna fish the opposite tide. I'm gonna be fishing the dropping tide, and it's quite a big tide today, so it's gonna go out pretty quick. Gonna be using bread again on the float for the thick lip mullet. But I've been having a thing, and a lot of the mullet that I've been getting lately on the float down here have been really shallow, to the point where you can't really set a float that shallow. So what I'm going to do at some point during the session, I think, is fish my top hook as a floating bread fly, just to keep the one that's baited beneath it, just under the surface. So that's the plan for today. It is a slightly different technique to what I usually do. Usually I do either a single hook or something similar to this, where I've got my float there, and then just coming from that I've got 10 pound fluorocarbon, and then I've just got like a dropper and a point hook. That bottom one being the point hook, and then a dropper at the top. So I'm going to bait both of them with bread to start off with, a bit of crust and that. What's tending to happen is the mullet are hitting the top one and taking the crust off, which is making this sink, because there's nothing holding it mid-water. So that starts to sink, and yeah, it's not as good as fishing fairly shallow when they're on the feed on the surface. So what I might do is, to prevent that getting knocked off by any biting mullet, is swap that hook there for a bread fly, which will also have a hook in it, so there's still a chance of catching one on the bread fly. But it's just to suspend this one perhaps like 30 centimeters under the surface. So that's what I'm going to go with. Really flat conditions, beginning of the dropping tide, so yeah, everything's ideal. Just going to get out there, chuck some bread out, and see what happens. So then, guys, just going to make my way across the sandbank. Just over there, it's starting to get a little bit of a wave across it now, so I know it's nice and shallow. So, guys, just making my way across this sandbank. Usually there's a couple of mullet right in the shallows here. Haven't seen any just yet. It's a little bit grey today, but usually when it's really sunny, this fishes pretty well I'm just going to position myself between this yacht and this other little boat here, and just go stand on the sandbank and look to cast in that area there. I'm hoping there's a few fish. Oh, pretty sure I seen one there. Not 100% sure, but if that was a fish, that looked quite good. Quite a nice size. This sandbank that I've just crossed here, this is all going to be exposed, and it's just going to be like a little lagoon here. So I'll just look to fish in here and follow it down on the dropping tide. Right, I'm going to stay about here, I think, guys. Fish around about here. Should be nice. Tides coming off this sandbank going out that way. So I'm just going to look to bread up this area here. I've got that floating bit of bread here, the bread fly, I've got that on. I got this from Mr. Fish for my fly fishing. I've just made a couple, painted the hook white and all that jazz. That's one of the big ones, so I thought that would be ideal for this sort of stuff, just to keep this hook that's just underneath it a bit more buoyant. And I've just extended the distance between the float and the hook bait as well, just to, if they are surface feeding, I don't want them spooked by the float too much. But I can get a couple of handfuls out now, guys. Right guys, there's a couple of fish just out there. I don't know if you can see, just feeding on the surface bread there. I put quite a bit out, probably about 2 or 3 slices just crushed up. So I'm just going to bait up my bottom hook and let my float drift out with that bread. Hopefully one of them, because they're not smashing the surface bread, hopefully one of them sees this little bit just below the surface and nabs it. So as you can see, the float's like that. It's going to be like that, guys. My float's there, you can see my little floating bit, and then there's just that other bit just drifting underneath it. It's quite good like this actually, guys, because you can use the float to see where your little bit of floating bread is. It's kind of like an indicator to find the indicator. Couple of fish just in front here, guys. Right, I just seen a seagull swoop down, and as it swooped down there's another fish just in and amongst that bread there. So flicking that out, hopefully tickles its fancy. Fish just in front, some small ones there. Not sure if you can see just at the rod tip there. So that's a good sign. They're just too small. They're the bait shredders, them. Probably going to give me some false bites. Oh, there's one on the floating bread. Do you see him? Having a little go at the floating bit of bread. Couple in and around the float there. Oh guys, we hooked one there. Whoa, that felt decent. That dipped under and oh, there was a bit of weight there. Whew. I felt that. Hopefully I haven't spooked him. That felt pretty decent, that. Oh, that felt like a good fish. Drag's a little tight. Oh, one on the floating bit of bread again. there's a couple on that floating bit of bread. Oh, there's a bigger fish there for sure. Oh, just seen that come up. Go reel in and just drift that again, guys. Oh, he's taken the fluff off the bottom. Crafty bugger. Oh yeah, look at that in front there now, guys. Look at that. On the bread, there's a slightly better one there and all. Loads of little ones feeding on that bread there, guys, that I just threw in. Yeah, there's a slightly better fish right out there. Just between here and that buff there, there's a couple of better fish. Gonna go a little bit further out here, guys. Oh, there's one on the bread flight. Yes! Oh no! That felt like another good fish. On the bread fly, that one. Ah, no. Oh, right in front then. That was a really good one as well. Look, he's right there, just in front. I'm just going to let this drift. That's a really good fish and he's just literally there. I'm going to hook this straight away, I reckon. That's literally right in front. Oh my god, look at him. That's a good one. That's a good one, that, guys. There's two of them. There's two of them. Just in front. Look at that. That is what we want. Oh, missed another one. Alright. A little bit more bread out. Alright, let's try this. Oh my god, they're right in front. Oh, I had a bite then. I was looking at the fish right in front of me. I just missed a good bite there, guys. Oh, no way. They're literally feeding right in front of me. Come on. Oh, I still got my bread. Look, they're just there. Oh my god, I can see it. It's not. There's one that's like about £2, one that's about £4. Yes! Whoa! Yes! Yes, guys! Oh, yes! Okay, go a bit easy on this drag. Doesn't feel like a bad one, this. I don't think this is on the bread fly. I see my indicator go down, the bread fly. Oh, he's not bad. Just double check I've got this camera on. There we go. We're in, guys, we are in. Oh, I prefer this method to traditional, just a float. This is so much easier. Using the little bit of bread as an indicator. This one's not big. There's a bigger one still feeding right there. You're actually going to get bread out. Whilst I'm fighting this one. Just to keep the other one occupied. Oh, it doesn't look bad. Oh, this one don't look bad, guys, I don't think. I got to go easy because of this dropper fly that I've got. Oh, this is a good one, I think. Yeah. This one's not bad, guys. I think he's bigger than the one the other day. Just going to knacker him out because I ain't got my net. The other fish is still feeding there, guys, look at that. There we go. There he is. Oh, come on. There we go, guys. Hey! Got one. He's bigger than the last one. Watch this one go back. Come on, mate, off you go. Hopefully my head cam was good for that. Yeah, he's good. Oh yes, just cruising off. Well, guys, unfortunately they've gone off the feed a bit, so I think I'm going to call it a session there, to be honest. But I hope you enjoyed this video anyway. If you enjoyed the video, then hit the like button and subscribe to the channel, that'd be much appreciated. Until the next video, until the next wading for mullet session, tight lines, and I'll catch you in the next one.